I get it.
Only see one like after 8 minutes. All that tell me is everybody you growed up with, they see it and they go by. They don't hit that button. Why don't they hit that button? Is it because of the things they've said amongst others and they don't want to seem flawed liking or supporting what you got going on? 80% of the time when I see my people, I ain't even listening to that. I like it. If that's my partner, if that's my homie, and if that's what he on, I'm with it too. I like it.
Alright boys, welcome to the channel. Auto Body Society, Mac Doctor in the house. Today we're working the second episode on the Honda Fit. It's a 2008 Honda Fit manual. I picked it up for $500. It need a clutch. Motor wise, it sounds healthy. It's got a lot of mileage, but it's not my concern. I ordered the clutch. It should be in. So in this video, we're gonna cover that. I'm gonna have help with the clutch. I started myself, so I'll show you guys a couple things. Some videos that I review on Fit that I'll be watching the last couple days as I got the car. To learn more about the car and the platform, because now that I own one, I'm definitely interested in the car. I'm gonna try to blog as much as I can. All the information I could put out there that could be helpful, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to hand that out. We're gonna cover the body work coming up soon. I found out through a source that they do have quarter panels for this car, so I was just gonna cut them off and do them a little my ways, but we're gonna do them the right ways when the time comes. We're gonna get the quarter panel replacement, and I'm gonna show you guys that. Throughout the years in my channels, I always be covering EG platform for the longest. Quarter panels, like I don't know how many times I showed it, but on the Honda Fit is the first time that I'm gonna cover this material, so it's gonna be dope. I'm stoked because it's a different platform that a lot of people is looking to cover. There's not many videos like this that might be helpful, you know, with body work. So what we just do, we just keep forward with information that we find out, and we keep pushing through. So I learn along with the car platform. I keep sharing with you guys, you know, and trying to get love to the Fit community, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this platform is underrated. It doesn't get much love, and this car, they pretty dope, man. Now I actually have one, and I see it, and I feel it. It's a car that you could build into the future, you know, hook it up into anything you want. From a better D, a B, H, K, J, you name it. You know, it might even be the possibilities of even doing rotor in the future. Somebody might push it, you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to tell you is that this platform is underrated. Eventually, within 3-4 years, watch. This is all you're gonna see in YouTube. Honda Fit, Honda Fit, Honda Fit, Honda Fit. So I figured I joined the club now, and you know, play tribute to the Honda Fit. So I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing outside and what we're doing. So we're gonna start with what we're doing outside. So let's get it. So I run you over first things to do when installing a clutch or replacing your clutch kit. First thing I did, I unplugged my battery, negative, then the positive. You don't want any wires touching by any means, doing any sparks, any backgrounds, any of that. So we unplugged the battery, removed it. What I done did too, I removed my intake box pause, which is right here. We carefully remove all the sensors, like the TPS. I also removed the battery tray box, only because we're gonna need space to get in here and move the cotter pin on the transmission itself. So we have to remove those. Anything that we see that's connected to the motor, they might have to come out, like this line. I'm pretty sure it could stay off place. We just gotta take it off from here. So a few things that we gotta work out. We gotta take out the other hydraulic wire by the transmission in the rear. Same thing, cotter pin, remove it from the clip itself. That way the transmission drop. Remove the other clip. Few minor things that we gotta overlook at before we could even start loosening the axles and removing anything else that's necessary to drop the transmission. So with that being said, let me get to it and we'll come back. Alright, so took out the first cowder pin from right there. There you go. It's a little rusted, so I'm gonna try to see if we could replace this at the end. I'm gonna simply just set this right here. Now I'm gonna take out my washers, but I want to take them on the order they come out. There's one, and then there's the rubber one over here. So I'm gonna take them on the same order we put it. We took them off, pause, before we put them back. Alright, so before we put them back, I'm gonna see if I clean them up. You know, clean the rust, whatever you want to call it. But we're gonna keep them in the order they came off. Just set them aside right here. Now I'm gonna try to proceed to loosen whatever else I have to. So I'm pretty sure there's a couple 12 millimeters in there I have to loosen up. Loosen the brackets, the hydraulic brakes, and we see where we at. So let's get it. Alright, so we got the second washer. As you see, same scenario, little rust. So the plastic, we're gonna clean them up, a little bit up. So we're gonna set it aside. Like this to the side. Pause. That's very loose. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 12 millimeters that releases the base from itself from the transmission that I could be hanging. So that way we should be able to free down the transmission. It's a matter of just loosen axles, loosen the motor mount on the driver's side, seeing how this line over here comes up loose that we don't have to detach the whole thing, and we see where we at. So we'll come back. Alright, kind of hard doing this one-handed recording and showing you guys, but at least trying to do my best. Broken loose the 12 millimeters on that base, so I'm trying to remove them by hand. Kind of a tight spot. Got one. I got two. There you go. And we got a third one back here. We're gonna loosen up, and all these should come out as a whole unit and drop separate from the transmission. No need to take out the hydraulic wires. So let me remove that one. Alright, boys. So a few more things that I took out. We had two 10 millimeters down here for this late cylinder. I took off because I didn't want to take out the line. It was connected here, followed by another 10 millimeters to connect it along with this vacuum line. So I just simply undid it from the transmission. The cylinder front piece, they go here, shoot out someplace. So when I take out my motor on the guard, it should be someplace hidden down there. But other than that, it's looking good. Got most things on plugs. They have to go. I have to like take this one out of here. Pretty much anything that's gonna dangle the transmission. So the ones that we loosen the driver's motor mount, we don't have anything dangling out. We have a ground here that have to come off, and on the subframe, if I'm saying it right, we had two transmission motor mounts on the subframes. They gotta come up. I'm not sure if they're 12s or 13s, might be 17s. I'll look into it one day I'm down there. But slowly does it. Very broken loose. Kind of tight spot. I got big hands, so it makes it a little uncomfortable, but I love the fact that I'm putting hands on the car in every way I can. Pause from the mechanic to the bodywork eventually. So let me see. Yep, as you guys see, these 2 screws are loose, it's broken out. This is loosened for the transmission, so this is ready. Detached from the transmission. We might have to see what all the little tabs we have holding it up. Other than that, we should be able to start loosening the axles. Brake tires loose, take out axles, and hopefully proceed to drop this transmission soon. So with that being said, let's get it. Alright, so we're ready to move on to other things. I got my 32 socket. I set it wrong. I set 22. It's actually 32. Apologies. So we got that bad boy there. Loosen that up. For what I seen, there's no cotter and pins there, so it should come off. We'll spot the other side, see if it's the same thing. Yep, same thing, no cotter pins. So somebody must have did the work before. We're gonna loosen them. See if anybody remember this. This is all the shit I took off so far. Transmission booth. For the chick selector. Move. This holds the radiator. It mounts to the transmission. Battery tray. Air filter box. Remove hook caps out of the way. Oh shit, look guys. Funny talking about this ratchet. How many of y'all remember me using this and snapping it when I cut my finger? I saved it for memory lane. That's how much pressure I applied to it with my fat ass. About 210 pounds just bouncing on the car back and forth. And I forgot that the piece was still there. This has been like 6-7 months after. But if it wasn't for this day getting hurt and cutting my finger, the inspiration on the EK truck would have never came. Because I don't know, where I was just bored in my house with the stitches. I couldn't do any body work, so I wanted to do something that I didn't feel like I was kind of partially handicapped. And I did. We decided to call the EK truck. And story told today, we're working on it. But this was the cause. So I'm just going to remove that piece out and see if we have a smaller one that we could break that loose. So let's get it. Alright boys, so I got the tires loose. Quick tip. On a 4-point cross, don't trust on too much. I had this for so long. Story short, this is what we're working. It's like round up, so it wouldn't take them out. And to take this with a socket, unless not an impact, it's the side of my bitch. Checking the fucking trunk. Found the OEM. All rusty ass shit, but OEM. And guess what? They all broke loose. So OEM for the win. With that being said, keep that in mind. Alright, so all these are loose. And this side, I did the other side. So it's a matter of getting another torque wrench tomorrow. Or breaker bar, so that I could take these off, lift it up, and pretty much start loosening out the axles and shit, whatever we gotta do underneath.
Ya baja ahí. Dame la 14.
La llave.
Pero necesito reducido. ¿Dónde estaba?
Alright boys, so it's literally almost separated. Like we about to drop it a little bit more. My boy Angel got the transmission mount loose. Both of the screws snapped. Nothing that, you know, was he did. It was so rusted. Actually show you the motor mount itself. So this is something I'm gonna have to replace. Right now we're not gonna have it. So I'm gonna have to use it all for a couple days until we figure out where we could order it, maybe in the junkyard. But just to show you the system condition. So even if I tap the holes over here again to put them on, it was gonna be ghosting, so we might as well just get a brand new one. We will retap the 2 holes for it and we'll put a brand new one from the get. Do it right. So I just wanted to show you guys. I didn't want to hide nothing. No sense on hiding shit though. You know what I'm saying? We keep it crystal clear here and transparent. So we're in a few minutes we should be able to bring it down. So stay put.
Lo tengo que quitar ahora. Por el soporte. Es lo que está pasando. No, es que les dejar salir. Pero que yo te voy moviendo, mami. Ahí te dejo. Ahí estamos, ya, hermano.
Guess what time it is, boys? Clutch time. Transmission is down. Trying to do the replacement. Let's get it. Alright, boys, so it's finally out. I replaced the throwout bedding. It's the old one. Simply took this out. I placed the old one, the new one in place. It should function the correct way. So yeah, we're just waiting on my boy. We gotta clean the transmission itself, the flywheel. It's kind of like a little metal contact too much, so it's got better contact at the end, or graph better, whatever. And we'll throw the new one on and hopefully start putting everything back. For small car, it's been a little bit of struggle, not impossible, but a little bit of struggle, but not too bad. Hopefully other stuff I could, cleaned up in the future, prime paint. But I can't wait. One step closer to be driving it. So let's get it. Un plastiquito ese. Okay. Boys, it's late. Trans is on, clutch is on, brand new, everything. Axles is on, everything under is on. All my 17 mils, all my subframe screws, everything is on. Thanks to the help of my boy Andrew. So basically we just got little stuff. Gotta put like the intake box tomorrow, it's a little dark. My grounds. Gotta get new cotter pins for the wires themselves. Plug my sensors. It's pretty much just plug and play and that's it. Tomorrow, hopefully once it's sun, we'll take it for a little ride. And hopefully that'll be a quick video on it driving, Alright boys, let me check, show you guys the clutch. You guys see. Look at how bad this shit was. It was gone. So we'll put everything though. Alright boys, so the next day, everything is about to go back up. I got my cotter pins, and I put everything off camera, sand bit, intake and everything, and I'll show you guys what it looked like all together. Hopefully we can get it started up. Let's get it. Alright boys, so I placed my second last cotter pin. As you guys see, I got the first one put in place. Kind of an odd place, but as long as you twist it and open and butterfly shape, whatever, pause, secure. So we got that done. Proceed to install like the battery plate, the clutch cylinder line, couple sensors, the intake, and we should be good to fire up. So let's get it. Alright boys, so I've been taking my time. Master cylinder lathe It's in place, tied up. Carry pins for the hydraulic gear. Wires is already done. I pretty much got to put my battery tray, my intake, and see if we could get her the fire on. So cross your finger, boys. Alright, boys, moment of truth. Everything is put back together. Trying to turn on the car. And let's see how things go. Turn it on. Gonna reverse it and test out things before we see it. First ride, boys. The very first ride after putting the clutch. Woo-hoo-hoo! We got a daily driver, boys. We got a daily. Let's get it. Fucking love it, boys. For a $500 pickup, a $89 clutch from eBay, you can't go wrong. You guys might witness. And she's in the road. Perfect daily. Alright, boys. All the car done. The fit done. We got that out of the side. Now it's chillaxing time. Fucking B. I'm tired. The humidity of the heat got me drained to the point I feel I'm gonna fucking fall out sometimes. Not exaggerating, not complaining, but I'm putting the work. Been busy on the EKE truck, as y'all seen. Putting some work on my personal truck. Now the fit. We're trying to get as much as we can. And as exhausted as that sound, it's been a pleasure, boys. Stay tuned for some more fit content coming up. Possibly some meats, some body work coming up soon. Quarter panels and all that. Don't want to spoil it, so stay tuned, boys. All right, want to thank every single one of you for subscribing, liking, and commenting. Till the next time. Peace.